Hey, what's up? It's your boy Blackwater Mo with Leonida Oranges, where we give you fresh squeezed GTA 6 content on a semi-regular basis. And today we're going to be talking about the plane video as promised. As I alluded to, this is probably the most revealing video as it gives us a bunch of the map. Like, I'm pretty sure the GTA mapping project are having a field day, like, for real. So we'll go through it frame by frame. I'm not the GTA mapping project person, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to overlook some things on here. But this is really exciting. So jumping right into it, we start off seeing the plane wing, which appears to be some sort of cinematic video, and where it looks like we're looking Vice City to our right. We cut frame to where we now see the front of the plane, and we see behind us, it looks like another cinematic image. And it is like, I'm assuming the Keys, the grassland, or the wetlands, or something like that. And we also see, it looks like some dirt tracks, like one that's like a figure 8. People have identified it on the map, as well as it looks like a little smaller track right behind it. What I will say is it's super densely populated. See a lot of cars down there. And then as it continues to pan, the camera pans to the back of the plane. It looks like we see the prison where Lucia is staying. I'm assuming that's where Lucia is staying. But it looks like we see the prison, and it's awfully close to the Keys. So that's where the guy's like, I seen you here before. He probably been down there a couple times to see Lucia. And once again, traffic is pretty dense, and we'll talk more about that once we get into the other leaked video that's come out. Dios mío, mon Dieu. Outside of the traffic that we see in the cars on the street, I also see a number of boats in the water, like not just sitting, like actually traversing, like with people in them going places, which is phenomenal. We pan back to another shot of the other wing, which once again appears to be like some sort of cinematic shot where we're headed towards downtown Vice City. Once again, super densely populated highway. Tons of boats in the water. Like, I wouldn't even be able to quantify it. 50 boats in the water. We see some helipads, see a lot of roofs. We see these 3 buildings that Jason drives by in the trailer. So I'm assuming that this is the road, the highway that he's on in the trailer on his way to see Lucia. Like I said, I'm pretty sure some of the mapping project guys look at this and have a freaking field day. But so many boats docked, so many boats in the water. We see the top of buildings. Like I said, this altitude is like a perfect altitude where we can see what's going on down on the road, but we also are above the skyscrapers. It looks like what I'm going to assume is like Star Island. We pan back to the wing view. Like I said, this appears to be, in my mind, some sort of cinematic view. And I'm imagining if it's like Red Dead Redemption, where you're on your horse and you go into cinematic view, it flies, because we keep panning from like a wing view to like this off widescreen looking view. Somebody pointed out like, oh, these buildings are missing roofs. I think that's intentional, like that with the helipad. It looks like a style choice. I don't think that it's like development, like they didn't finish buildings or whatever. But now we're flying directly over downtown Vice City. We're right next to the Sahara building. And right as we go to the Sahara building, the leaker pulls up the radio. We can see they're on Circle Loco Records radio. It's showing that it's off, but then we can see it looks like V-Rock, Dirty South Classics, Honey, and Backcountry Radio. And then there's also a button, looks like a toggle that says radio, and then another one that says on demand. So that's interesting. That's new. Like we can maybe not listen to our own music, but we can probably put together a playlist of Rockstar music, which honestly, I love Rockstar. So as we go from Circle Loco, we go over to V Rock, and then that brings up he's actually turned on the radio now, and we can see on V Rock is playing "For What It's Worth" by Stevie Nicks. Great song. Rockstar is known for great music. We also get a new radio station that pops up, which is Symphony FM, and then SFM, Stockyard FM. They go over to Backcountry Radio, and we can see Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell is being played on that station. We switch to Symphony FM, which we get Symphony number 5. 3, Allegro. I can't see the name Malto Sibelius. It's being covered by the gentleman here. And then we get another radio station what looks like ONU. We go over to Stockyard FM. We see Overpowered by Rosen Murphy. And I can't see what ONU means. ONU. It looks like ON-U, but it's really small to where I can't quite make it out. And it won't let me zoom in. And then we get another radio station, Emotion, with the M is the shape of a heart. Pretty cool. Graphic design, whoever did that. And then we leave from the radio station. We're back in our cinematic view. I'm wondering if this cinematic view is maintaining this height and this altitude because it seems to be very little movement from the plane. You know, planes have autopilot, probably not this old type of plane. But yeah, we're flying downtown. Like I said, there's so much detail here and the actual draw distances, the clouds. We now kind of pan left as we're going in between the skyscrapers here. And then we get a look at some more roofs. Like I said, some helipads. Like this is a really gorgeous view. And then, like I said, just looking at how small everything is down there, like, and it's still like teething with life, like cars and NPCs. Crazy. We see the Ferris wheel, looks like the basketball stadium as well. I'm pretty sure a lot of these that I'm understanding is based off of real life buildings. Like they did a great job, like they did with San Andreas or Los Santos, but even better. Like in the first trailer, or not the first trailer, the second leak, the UPS leak, that building that's off of the Keys, looks like a urgent care is like a real building, which is crazy. We can see digital billboards changing. We got a couple of helicopters as we're exiting downtown Vice City. Like I said, honestly, this is like so overwhelming. I don't even know where to look. And like that's how Rockstar does it. Like they just put so much detail into these games. It's crazy. We see some buildings being built with construction with active cranes around them. I wonder if we'll see if we'll have another mile high situation or will these buildings actually be complete? Something leads me to believe, just from Red Dead Redemption again, that these buildings will be completed. You know, I just feel really good about that. But the draw distances are amazing. We're just looking, like I said, at the Keys and at like downtown Vice City. And that's where it ends. And then we cut scene to him as Jason again. And he has some sort of rifle, semi-automatic rifle, where he has, looks like 54 in reserves. I don't know how many it actually started with because he's actively shooting. But we see the reticle. It expands, kind of like in Red Dead Redemption, and it expands. It's like 2 horizontal lines and 1 vertical line, and it expands every time it shoots, and he has to kind of get recentered. We now see the focus bar in the top left. We see a little C on the map again, and on the right, we see we have 1 star, and they recognized our clothes because of the hanger, our face because of the little head, and now also, which is new to me, the weapon. There's a gun that is now accompanying those three circles. So they can also identify the weapon, I'm assuming. But we have 1 star. One thing I want to point out is as we are shooting the wall, we see a bunch of debris flying off of the wall. We see the sparks hitting the wall. We see the muzzle flash. There appears to be some sort of sight on this weapon as well, some sort of holographic sight. Jason looks like he has a mask that he could have put on around his neck that he chose not to. We see the debris flying everywhere. Crazy, realistic firearm behavior. You see the recoil on every shot, like it's not super clean. It kind of takes some effort. It's not just lock on and kill people like it was in GTA 6. It's more of a Red Dead vibe. And now that the gentleman is done shooting, looks like he has an extended magazine on this gun as well. Based on the image, there is a little short magazine. This one appears to be extended. And it also looks like some sort of camo skin on there as well. And then we turn and we see that he's being identified from behind. But if we look at the wall, up and up, there's 2 security guards coming. We see them turn from the right. But we look at the wall and he has a leak on there, which is ominous. If I'm being honest, this is a really, I don't even know the words to say. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. Where we are right now in the game, with the game, is crazy. Because, like I said, they just showed a lot with this playing. Like, we just saw so much. Then we saw the gunplay. Like, as far as the mapping project people, like, this is crazy to believe that this is real and this is where we are. There was another video leaked, the Hypercar leak, Hypercar 1. I'm gonna do a quick review of that one as well. It also is really immersive. So stay tuned for that. If you like GTA 6 videos, like and subscribe to your boy. And let's run up those subscribers. Let's run up all of that stuff so we can be streaming by the time this game come out. I will promise I won't do no spoilers. Like this leak stuff, I'm just talking about the content, the features, the gameplay. But if the cuz starts spoiling the story, I'm not watching that. I don't want to see it. So
They are not a yeah. Sweet on the tongue.